Whenever we think of interviews, the very first question that pops into our mind is, tell me something about yourself. And this very question is the one which still makes us so uncomfortable and uneasy. We still don't know how to answer, tell me something about yourself. Hi everyone, I'm Namita. Welcome back to the channel where you can become skillful, fluent, and confident not only in your English but also in your life. So today's topic is going to be how to answer tell me something about yourself. I think this is the most common question which is asked in almost all the interviews, and those of you who have appeared for interviews numerous times, you know that the organization generally asks this one question to you, and still even after appearing for so many interviews you're still confused how to answer tell me something about yourself. So today we are going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to answer the question tell me something about yourself, so that the next time whenever you are sitting in front of the interviewer you are not confused, you're confident what you are going to say. But before I tell you how to answer it, I would like to tell you the intent of the person who's asking you this question, the interviewer. Why is he or she asking you this question? Because you already submit your resume before you are being called for the interview, isn't it? So even after looking at your resume has most of your details, your education qualification, your professional experience, where do you stay, your hobbies, interests, most of the things are generally covered. Then why do they ask this question from us? So before telling you the tips how to answer it, I would tell you the intent, because this is going to help you answer it in a better way. So let me tell you the first thing which is there in their mind. Now, firstly, they want to know what kind of person you are. Yes, they have your resume, they have some details about you, they know some pointers that you have mentioned. But then when you are facing the interviewer, when you are in front of them face to face, then they want to know what kind of person you are, and that can be known only by the way you talk and what do you choose to speak about, most importantly. So only with this kind of interaction they'll get to know what kind of person you are, because paper cannot tell anything about a person. Do you agree with me? So talking to the person, and when something comes out of the mouth of the person, it has more value, it has more weight. So they want to know what kind of person you are. Now, this open-ended kind of question gives them an opportunity to judge your priorities, because it is very important for the person who is hiring you to know what you actually prioritize in your life, what is more important for you. Because when this kind of thing comes from your mouth, when you are telling about yourself, you will only tell the things which you feel are important for them to know about you. So they will know what your priorities are, because if you are given suppose 2 minutes or whatever, you can't just go on with your life story, you just have to give the basic details, you have to just brief yourself. So in that time, if you are telling something, that means that's the most important thing about you, so they'll get to know about your priorities. Now, definitely the person who is going to hire you want to know how clear are your thoughts, what kind of clarity do you have in your mind, and how do you actually think about life, how confident you are about yourself. This is very important for anyone who is hiring, that the person should be confident enough whether you believe in yourself or not, because how you answer this one thing. When you are talking about yourself, you're not talking about the company, you're not talking about the job role, you're talking about yourself. So this would give them an idea that you are confident about yourself or not, whether you are confident or not. So this is the main reason why they ask you this. How much do you believe in yourself? Do you have faith in yourself? Do you have the clarity of thoughts in your mind? So that before they make any decision about you, they have a clear idea of your thought process. Now, the most significant point which I have deliberately kept in last is that they ask you this question to judge the power of your expression. How do you express yourself? Yes, your resume has most of the details that can easily tell them a lot about you, but they want to know how you express yourself. Expression is everything. See, the paper has mere words, the paper has a few sentences. Maybe you've had a call with them over the telephone, but when you are sitting face to face with the person, your expressions are what matters. And your expressions are not just your facial expressions, your eyes, your smile. No, it is how you are going to answer the question, how you are going to express yourself with words. Your emotions would come out with that where you are stressing. So that is why the people who are preparing for interviews generally go for the basic English speaking classes, or because if you are having a good command over the language, it would be easy for you to answer these kind of questions. So this was about the intent of the organization or the person who is interviewing you, why they are asking this question. Tell me something about yourself. Now we are going to talk about three major things that you have to keep in your mind before you start answering the question. Tell me something about yourself. What you are going to tell about yourself. You might have heard or listened to a lot of people telling you that start with your name, start with the place where you stayed. See, your name is not something that you need to mention here, because your resume of course has your name, and they have been, if they have invited you for an interview, then they have been in touch with you for quite some time. They already know your name. Or if you have the interview with the senior authority, the first thing they look for is your name. Or the moment you enter, you might introduce yourself there. Hi, I'm Namita. So you don't need to answer that question at this moment. I would say that refrain from telling your name at this point. You've already given your introduction. Now is the time that you need to talk about your job role, your current job responsibilities, your current job role, the place where you are working in. So the most important thing that you need to mention here are the responsibilities that you are taking care of, your current job position. If you have any big achievements recently, if you have been awarded by something, or if you have fulfilled a target, or whatever has been an achievement, if there is something which you believe that is supposed to be mentioned, or if there is a promotion that you've received recently, anything which you feel is relevant in relation to your current job role, where you are working, what are your responsibilities, your achievements. Basically, you have to highlight the major relevant points related to your current job. After talking about your current job role, what you need to do is you have to step a little backwards, where you'll be talking about your work journey till now, how your journey has been. Focus on the results you can quantify where possible. This is how you're going to tell about your whole work experience or your whole professional journey. Here you'll be hitting the key points about how this whole professional experience has been for you, how it has prepared you for the role that you have applied for, how the journey till now or your experience, qualifications, how they are going to help in this particular role which you have applied for, the one which you have been interviewed for. So this is where you're going to hit the key points. Now in the final step, you are going to connect your interests, your background and your qualifications with the job role which you have applied for. Now you have to connect all these things, your interests and everything, and that how keen you are for this particular role, how your qualifications and your experience is going to help you to give your best shot. Please align your interests with the job role. This is very important. We can do a little bit of manipulation here. If you do that, this is going to help the person understand that you are very interested in this job, and you will have more chances of getting hired. Tell them how this job aligns with your career goals, how your experience will make you successful in the role. So these things are very important, that you show that you want to be successful by getting this job, this is your dream job or something like that. But remember that you don't need to stretch this a lot. These are the three major areas that you have to cover. Initially, just briefing them about your qualifications and the major achievements that you have or your current job role. Then just moving a little to the background about your professional journey, and then coming to connecting your interests and your whole qualifications and your experience, everything to the current role that you've applied for. Don't stretch it further. This is all. Try wrapping it up before the interviewer starts to interrupt you. You have to try to wrap it up there and then, so that it is not too long for the person to understand. Now I'm going to give you just a little example of how you can answer this.
You can say something like this: I'm a consultant working in telecommunications. For the past 3 years, I've been helping clients organize their workforce and restructure their pricing packages in order to boost profit. I love consulting, but my real passion is music, and I want to use my talents within that industry. That's why I'm applying to your organization. Thank you.